Which draft do you like? Would you like to give the edge to here? Like, which one do you prefer the most?
Personally, I prefer the Nexplay draft for two reasons. A, they have that flexibility of being able to function in a teamfight scenario where they can bring Chuli, they can bring Arisen in on the Akali Mary a lot of the time. Like a lot of when the chips are down, we saw Arisen on the Akali, we saw Chuli on the Zed, and it pretty much won all the time for them. Like it was like out because it is a very important dragon, especially dragons to give you some power in the late game. This is an engage though.
Oh, Hextech ultimatum under the tower. They're just going to go. Look, she finds a pick and a 1v2. Going to now focus down to the Camille. Camille gets to get it. Good extra bit of damage, but...
If she uses a smoke screen, you know it's going to be difficult for you to essentially find those executing blows on her. So, very well played by Arisen, but honestly overforced. The Infernal Drake has now spawned as well.
Oh, the bot's going to be a big fight. Janna going to go for the ultimate, buying a lot of time. Lee Sin ready to join the fight. Up and in 3v3, currently 3v4. As Zed joins the mix. Good rotation from Chuli to try and negate the fight. Now they're ready to go, but though Drake is on the board, and you said it here, Scandal, that's going to be the one they put a lot of focus onto if they can early on. Lee Sin ready to go for the dive and maybe smite it away. And unfortunately, he's not going to commit to it. Oh my god, he goes for it, but no, Vi just secure it with her own smite, and that's going to be Lee Sin out of commission, eliminated almost instantly. But though they're going for the extra dive, Curtain Call from the Jin will come on through, gets some nice extra damage. The burst comes on through, but repost from the Fiora allows it to tank it up, and now they're all going down one by one. Omega Esport struggling, and Nexplay taking their revenge.
Come out of that on top, but going 2 for 3 is not so bad if you're in Omega's position, but losing the Infernal Drake is definitely a bit of a pain.
Oh, gank once again in the top side, man. Gank after gank. Nexplay, they're looking for the fight, though. The stun fire stars can be available, trying to make his way in the tower. Does heal off of the honey fruit, but unfortunately he's going to be singled out. And Vi should be able to pick that one up with also the Lee Sin. Lee Sin's going to be getting that one for himself. Horizon, though, unfortunately taking a lot of damage. Great response coming on through from the side of Omega Esport. Also going to be trying to single out the Vi, and she's going to be in a world of trouble. Eliminated, picked up by the Camille. And then the response, like, this is a...
They had no vision. They had very little vision of the enemy red side jungle. They didn't pay attention to who was showing and who wasn't showing on the map. And it just felt like it was an overforced dive onto a Camille who's very good at negotiating dives in the first place. Going in for the Rift Herald again. This is just complete fiesta for neutral objectives right now.
And Disaster's been behind so much time, but the smite comes up through from Lee Sin, but 2 frags picked up. With it worth it? I'm not too sure about that one. Now it's going to be Kaiser. 3 frags for that one. That is in the matches they won so far throughout the entire tournament. And it feels good to see a team here that has a response, though. Going to be potentially going for the Herald. Yeah, the Herald is indeed going to be popped into the mid lane. They want to try and get that first tower. They can with the dive coming on through. The root coming on through from Jin does not connect. Nice ride post coming on from the Fiora. No, great knockup. A lot of CC coming on through, and that's going to be unfortunate for the sort of next play. They can't find it as Akali trying to move away. The Zonia comes on through. Janna, great ultimate to single out this Vi. She's got the GA. She will get rezzed up. Can she survive, though? I'm not too sure about that one. She's going to be 1v4'd instantly, and she's taking an insane amount of damage, but actually potentially makes it out. No, she doesn't. The flash comes out, and that's going to be 1 and 2 out. Vi and Akali out of commission entirely. The Fiora will follow down. They're all so damn low, but they are why are they staying so long next to the tower? What's happening for their side? And a Curtain Call to close it off. He goes for the hit. It doesn't connect, but it doesn't matter. Blue.
Fiora at the very beginning to take out, I think they took out the Akali very early on, but then they just fought under tower for ages. We have another Fiesta Max.
Another one, and this is going to be second Drake in the way of Nexplay. They're off to a really good start. Lee Sin once again going to get battered and bullied out of this game entirely. And now it's time to chase. Camille got a lot of mobility. She can just slip away of that engagement entirely, while Zed is really heavily committing to this one. Chuli a little bit over Nova extend. Will be far ahead. They can afford to do it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's always a little risky. I mean, the Baron does deal a significant amount of damage. There is still a Camille alive. There is still a Kaiser. Like, if they get into the pit in the correct way, you could be spelling doom. You can see JLC just sitting on the sidelines here. No, they're not going to get there quick enough. And that's a huge amount of damage coming out from Chuli on the Zed. It feels very difficult for you to just kind of straight up say, he goes on to the Jin here, but I still don't think this is a great engage.
Good headbutt, trying to cancel out the ultimate of the Camille. She's going to get rooted down by the Jin, and Jin on the back line, not taking any damage. He's just having a fun time overall in this game. And the extra dive coming out, though 3 players still remaining for the side of Omega Esport. Can they defend the tower? They're going to give it a shot. Oh my god, the nice engage from this Alistar picks up the damage. The frags are flying by in the waves of Nexplay. An extra few frags, and this Jin is just disrupting the entire composition of Omega Esport. And now they're knocking on their door, knocking on the base, and taking down the Nexus tower.
Yeah, they're going to go an easy inhib tower here. That's a lot of damage coming out from the Lee Sin, but no one will drop inhib. Cross-mapped onto the Dragon. You can see him now heading towards the bot lane. They're going to do the same thing. They're going to group up for the Baron, and hopefully Chuli is attempting to draw attention to himself so that his team... Well, actually, let's just a fight.
Oh, there you go. The Vi engages, and unfortunately, no GA for Lee Sin. He's going to be out instantaneously, and the fight just barely kicked off. They also proc the GA on top of the Kai'Sa. She's going to be a curtain call to try and finish off the fight for the Jhin. And even though they put so many resources, this is a pretty big dive, though. They're taking quite a significant amount of damage, but unfortunately, there's no response for Omega Esport. They already cracked on open the base earlier in the mid lane, and they're just waiting for the wave, and that should be all said and done. This should be indeed game number 1 for Nexplay. They don't even need the wave. They just find the extra frag on top of the Kai'Sa, and they will try and close it off. Question mark? No, that's going to be Alistar taking his time, but the wave is just behind. It's just a matter of time before Nexplay take the series 1-0.
Honestly, Max, usually I have quite a lot to break down in a game. Usually I will sit back and try and specifically talk about moments in the game that were impactful. But this was a run it down for first Drake because it was Infernal Drake game, and the winner of that fight ended up dominating. It was just basically two very...
Of Nexplay Esport, they're running away with the lead, but of course Omega Esport have not given up just yet. They're gonna...
How many good skins are in the game, boys? I think that, Max, this is going to be a lot of attention focused towards the bot lane this game. As you correctly mentioned, first Drake is often very important for... Yeah, you can see now they're grouping up. I mean, they do this very quickly as a Shyvana, and you can see Arisen has rotated down on this Garen. Look, Maxi, I'm going to let you do the build-up to this because there's clearly going to be some action.
Oh, hell yeah, there's going to be, and it's taken away by the Olaf, not giving it to Shyvana, no, and of course now the fight comes up through, great double knockup coming on through also from this Alistar, that's going to create some great opportunities, and also so many frags come in the way of this Olaf. He is busted, as I always like to say, and 2 kills coming his way out of the 3 frags. One of those kills actually going the way of this Corki, and now that's going to be mid-turret potentially getting taken down, and they have it too. They have this Ziggs, making it even easier to just take it down instantly.
Secure it with the Olaf. No one got rid of the Blast Cone, by the way, so the Blast Cone was there for absolutely free for Olaf to just jump over the wall. Didn't even need to use his flash in that fight. Obviously, we just saw a kill go down onto the Garen on the bot side of the map. They pick up the Gragas, but I mean, it played out exactly as we said, Maxi. It played out exactly as we said. Like that level 5 fight, it was much better for JLC. And
okay, kid off now, trying to contest it away. The fight is going to be roaring in just a few seconds, down to 3,000 HP. Garen's going to go on deep, though they're trying to single out. That's going to be Shyvana out of the way, and unfortunately can't fight it. They don't have the jungle, but Jinx just ults it down and secures the Drake, and that's going to make one happy Shyvana for sure. And Olaf is down, unfortunately went too deep in that fight. Now the man advantage is going their way, but unfortunately all the players at NXP are just so damn low, and Alistar's just diving the backline like he's the goddamn assassin. Can he find the kill onto Uzi? I think that's a yes. He's disrespecting NXP. And now they're just going to be chasing.
There is now a group up around that Baron.
Oh, I'm seeing Lulu here. She's just no way, Jose. That's going to be it. Olaf picks it up, put himself in a pretty good spot.
Really loving the item that Arisen is going for here, because I think it completely counters the majority of the damage. Although I have to say, the Baron has started here, Max, so we could see some action.
Maybe it's still coming on through. They're going to try and smite it down, and it will be smited indeed bound by the Olaf. Unfortunately, Shyvana, sure, she's got the GA, but she's taken a lot of damage, having to force and flash away from that fight entirely. Wow, this Alistar just keeps on diving. Good headbutt into the rest of his team. But oh, wait. Oh, it still went down, unfortunately, to one of the bombs coming up from Ziggs. So that's going to be unfortunate. And Chuli just not able to have the impact possible. I hyped him up on this Aurelion Sol, but unfortunately, he's just not given the cards and the opportunities to have the impact he's hoping for. And this is going to be 2 turrets going down into the mid lane.
I mean, this could be almost game at this point, Max. Honestly, they've got the siege potential. Yeah. They've got the poke potential. I think it's game.
I think so too, and you know what? They lose the Jinx, and that's even more going to be seeing the fate of NXP. Nexplay going to be losing this one 1-1. We knew it was going to be a hype series, ladies and gentlemen, and it is indeed 1-1 in this BO7. And the further we go, the further I keep on thinking that we might just make it to Game 7. But also, you've got to keep in mind for everyone at home that also maybe haven't been following social media, especially Twitter as of recently. There has been a hotfix that came out through very recently, especially for both Lulu and Orianna, in the sense that Level 1 Ultimate has a 15-second extra addition of... we're going to see if they can try and now pop off in big ways. But here we go, game number 3. It is 1-1 right now, ladies and gentlemen, in a BO7. It is not...
So the map to match the Lulu and the MF. And this is what I mean by specific playstyle with Singed. He is a proxy wave monster, and he's already a little bit ahead of an experience. He's almost level 3. He's going to steal away the honey fruit there. He's now going to start to be aggressive in the red side jungle. I actually think Nexplay may have have played this early game a little incorrectly.
Oh, I'm loving it's coming up from Omega Esport. They're playing it so damn well. The flash comes on through, and that's going to be it. First blood for the Lulu. Not really who you want, but you know what? First blood is first blood, and it gives you gold regardless. In a really good spot. Brawl going to be jumping on through to help Gragas, but those rotation and the way they played Singe to proxy the wave.
Pin Gragas to his own turret, and then also walk into the enemy red side jungle for the invade. What is going on here?
I mean, I'm going to tell you what's going on. I don't know why, but Aurelion Sol decided to flash, engage onto the Orianna when she was full HP. That does not make a lot of sense, and now that's going to be an extra few frags going to be traded off. Nexplay in a pretty good spot, but Xing Zhao a little bit deep, gets some decent damage, but the frag will not come on through. Barely surviving, though, is going to be that misfortune. The flash comes out and not going to be connected for Uzi on that Ezreal. That was a fiesta and a half, I do have to say, Xcandra, as you would like to say. That was a... I'll say weird. I'll say weird.
Look at how low the Lulu and MF are. That is awful for Ezreal. That could have been.
Yeah, I don't think we might be having as big as a fiesta as we've been having so far in these games. So we'll have to see exactly what is going to be happening as the Vision game is coming out through. Nothing too insane for the time being. Things are taking a nice slow pace, but here we go now. 5-man rotation coming out from none other than Omega Esports themselves. For the 5-man rotation for the side of NXP is also getting set up. There you go. Front line's going to be Singed. Put it in one player back into the lane. That's going to be Orianna first going down initially, and now they can just put their focus onto the Drake. They leash it a little bit too far away. It shall regen some HP, but it's still potential. It's still not off the table, and I think that here they just don't want to push their luck. They're going to push their luck, though, into the mid lane to crack open the base and take those tower plates. Extra gold coming their way, extra income, and also extra map advantage. Big ultimate from this Gragas, but unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit too late, and they will not be able to save the tower. First tower going away of Omega Esports.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I mean, that's what Singe can do. Just pops his ultimate, runs you down, throws the Orianna into the fight that's going to go awry, and it was able, that's exactly what you saw happen here. Looks like the dragon didn't get taken, though, and Nexplay had grouped up for it.
Oh, no, good shield coming on through. Brawl's going to negate the bullet time, and the Drake's going to be taken away, secured by the Ezra. Now it's time to fight. Nexplay looking in a good spot, but here it is. Aurelion Sol with a Galaxy of CC going to be coming up with a nice double stun, and they are clearing up the scene, clearing up the rift. And that's going to be 4 frags going.
Neither is Graves. If you can get a win with these 2 champions, that is a huge bonus for Omega when it comes to the future rounds of all-round draft pick. They're going to go heavy onto Disaster here. Smite comes through. The red buff gets the kill. And that is, again, another important pickup as they look to go for the Rift Herald.
I'm going to blame Jushin on that one. He stole... survived, unfortunately, because he dies. That opens up the opportunity to go for this Herald, and the Graves will be taking that one solo. No one's
utilize both of them for the most powerful team fight assists possible. Look at this. I mean, this Singe just running them down. There isn't really an effective way to deal with him. Obviously, Braum is a relatively strong pick into Singe, but he just jumps in. Oh my word, he's got the Hextech belt. We've got to fight.
Bullet time going on through. Once again, going to get tanked up, but it doesn't matter. Braum is that. Oh, wait, way too deep going on through, and that's a great ultimate also from the Orianna. It's a great shockwave, but unfortunately, there's no big follow-up, and they can't do much. Also, great ricochet from the Misfortune onto the Ezreal. Can't remain in that.
Leave a Rhyalize Leandry's Aurelion Sol too. So there's plenty of slow and a huge amount of effect damage coming through. This is the engage now. The Singe jumps in, throws the Braum in. Here we go, Max.
Another YOLO player going out, and Singe doesn't matter if it's a support. He will do it regardless. He's going to put you behind. Now he's going to go for the extra engage, trying to get some nice CC. Aurelion Sol too on the back. Like, they just don't even need their team. They just need the Singe to do the damage with this Graves, and they are picking up frag after frag. Braum, Orianna, and Ezreal out of commission, and that opens up the opportunity to go for the Baron, which is exactly what they're going to be doing next play. Like, they're just so far behind. I don't think they can make the comeback happen here, Scandal.
I think you're probably right, Max. This is an insurmountable gold lead, I would say, at this stage of the game. They do scale relatively well, but you're also dealing with Aurelion Sol, who's a great scaling mid laner. Singe scales relatively well too, as does Graves in the jungle. Misfortune, it doesn't scale in this game, and they have not given up since. The Baron is now going to be a real nuisance to deal with the Singe pushing the side lane. They're definitely losing this inhibitor turret to begin with, and I think Nexplay are on their last legs in this game.
Yeah, now that they're cracked open a base, the objective is find a fight, win that fight, and then close off the game off the back of that engagement. So that is definitely going to be their main focus. They're looking for the extra second turret in the bottom side. They will indeed be able to find it, and they got such a big wave with the Baron buff at that. is going to be really hard to contest. Though Misfortune a little bit deep there, and I would say you want to be careful. She's still got the G8. She's feeling really, really confident. Every single tower in this game is dropping down, and this is looking like the end, ladies and gentlemen. Great Brawl engage, going to buy a little bit of breathing space for the team, but unfortunately doesn't have... Oh, he does have the shield, but unfortunately the tank is going to be a little bit late, and now the focus is down on the Nexus, and it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy, baby. Let's go. It's going to be 2-1 over to Omega Esport. History tends to repeat itself, and Omega Esport ready to take the dub against Nexplay once again.
And they won with a singed. And you know, the singed came in. Hard CC wins games, okay, Max? Hard CC wins games, and there is next to none from Nexplay. You've got the Janna Tornado, and you had the singed flip. And that's realistically the only CC you have in this composition. I have a feeling that unless you're really far ahead or you're executing on these team fights perfectly, you're spacing correctly, I have a feeling that you're going to struggle to get any significant advantages because you're going into Monkey, Wukong, who's got the knock-up. You're going into the silence from the Garen, the shockwave from the Orianna, the Braum knock-up, the Braum stun. I'm a little concerned when it comes to full-on teamfight situations. However, something that I think Nexplay could do, something that I think could work for them, is they could go for a kind of split push style composition, which is, you know, you have the Singed pushing one lane, you have Corki pushing the other, and the Janna, Misfortune, and Graves just dealing with mid. That's all. I think he's just dead.
You said it earlier, Scandal. Like, early game Braum is so strong because of that stun potential, because of that frostbite, and then it just hits the stun. He can't move away, even though he did flash. It's a flash and a frag, by the way. So some extra gold coming their way already, and now they're just going to go for the red buff invade, and they're going to snatch it away. No counter invade for the side of Nexplay, so they're just already running with the lead, and it's just been 30 seconds.
Scenario, so he's going to fall behind in experience relatively quickly, so we need to get him into a lane. But he's basically a roaming death squad.
Whoa. Oh my god, his rotation. I think the Ignite will still get the frag. Oh, it does. Barely, but surely. Right in front of the Honey Fruit. That's a feels bad, man. And 2-0 already. The goal lead is up already.
With the Graves Braum combo, where they would just rotate the Braum around the map with the Wukong. They'd really just look to abuse the strong level 1 and the strong passive of the Braum in the early game and try and get as many roaming kills as physically possible. Without Braum ever having to go to lane, this scenario, I think they have the stronger level 5 team fight. It's just about how it gets executed, obviously.
Clean 3-man knockup from the Janna, but now they're getting split away. They can't really take that fight. Nexplay currently have the advantage, and they're going to try and push on forward. If you can get also the push back onto the siege, that would be great. But Corki going a little bit too deep, and he's going to instantly regret that one. Flashing out, does get smited down by the Garen regardless, but that's okay. Ultimate from the Braum. The follow-up is not too possible, though, unfortunately, as they did suffer some pretty big casualties. Sure, I got to say, though, Omega Esport did do kind of a little bit of throw at the start of that fight, but they killed properly and were able to survive it. But here we go. They're ready to go for the re-engage, and they're pretty low on their side. They're not pretty ready for that one. Good engage from Monkey. You're going to get so much damage. The smite comes up through, will be secured by this Wukong, and now it's just fishing time, picking up kill after kill. But unfortunately, they're getting pretty low themselves. Well, the Small Fortune is still remaining pretty healthy. They lose the Janna. Now it's the 1v3. Can she survive? No, no, no. Somewhat all force the fight coming their way, and if they don't force the fight, they're going to have a free Baron. Easy.
I think, you know, realistically, Baron is always a little scary against the likes of a Corki with package, or, you know, and a Misfortune as well. But they get it so quickly with the Leandries, the fight breaking out now as well on the front line, and not looking good for Nexplay in this game right now.
That was 5v2 initially versus Singed and the Braum, and they're just like, we just can't do any damage. Like, Braum is just frontlining too damn good. Orianna does pop the shockwave, I do believe. Unfortunately, will not be able to catch off guard this Corki. So a little bit of a waste of that utility, and that CC will not be connecting, but that's okay. They're so far ahead, it doesn't even really matter all that much. Just trying to look for it, and the push in top lane, the wave is coming on through. They're trying to starve them away from the tower. Unfortunately, Corki, a little bit too far. Yeah, you have to jump away from that one. You scared me quite a bit. And even the mid lane turret is going to get cracked open, potentially with the next wave coming on through very, very soon. But like the map control, the map awareness, and also how they control these lanes respectively is just so strong from Omega Esports, and Nexplay just can't find a strong response here. Although, he's going to get
I really love that.
Unfortunate bad spot. He's going to be going for the ultimate too. Unfortunately, the CC gets right before dying. It's potentially not going to be enough. Nice though curtain call from this Jhin. Just going to get some extra damage, but it's still at the end of the day they lose.
Which is allowing his team to have a much more solid front line. You can see Chuli just out of position. We have the engage.
But there's even nothing to say. It's just like great engage overall. They're going to have to Garen go pretty deep into that one, but he's just so beefy and allowed to tank it. And indeed, the build is looking so strong for him. He's going to be tanking that turret like it's nothing. He feels like an Alistar at this point, and now they crack open the base early in the mid lane. This Nexus is bare, and unfortunately for them, I think this is going to be another easy win coming on through for Omega Esport. The wave is there to back them up. The damage coming on through. Corky's going to go pretty deep over that one, maybe try and get the back line, but unfortunately gets absolutely bursted to smithereens, and indeed it is going to be the win, 3-1 in favor of Omega Esports. And Nexplay, they just can't do anything. 3-1. One more game, and we will be having our Wild Rift Asia Brawl champions in the form of Omega Esports. But one
plus, at level 5, you still have ultimate roam potential. You can still roam between the lanes. And I still favor Omega's level 5 comp. Like, one of the big sort of, I guess, overriding themes that we've seen come through this finals is the team that drafts the strong level 5 for the first Dragon fight generally tends to do better overall. And I'm you know, in terms of impact ultimates, Omega has impact ultimates at level 5, and I do not think that Nexplay have impact ultimates apart from the Lee Sin at level 5. You've got Vi Lockdown, Evelynn Execute, Malphite ultimate, Lux ultimate, Ashe ultimate. Every single one of Omega's ultimates at level 5 are high impact. You group, you team fight with them for the first dragon, and I think you're kind of laughing. What I've seen Nexplay draft here as we get into game max is a 1-3-1, 2 strong split pushes, but it is a hard composition to execute on.
Minions have spawned.
It is, and I want to ask you a question, Xcander, because I don't want to sound dumb and send something, and my entire point would fall apart. Would you go, like, is Camille AP or AD? Because that's one I do not play myself, so I have no idea.
AD.
I do not check the field. Did it AD? So they got a forward AD comp. Oh, you know what? Blitzcrank, here goes. Snipe on the grab. First blood coming their way. Nexplay kind of give back their own medicine. But then we do have then Camille. She does go AD. Thank you very much.
He goes full armor this game. No. Skip the Leandries.
Oh,
skip the AP. Oh my god, they are.
Oh, Jesus. What do you want to do? They try to go for the heal. Well, they're losing potentially the Lee Sin. Lee Sin survived. Nice flash out last second from that Lux also, but okay, this is a wild game once again. Weird draft, weird games, and also you have the kill on the Fiora to dice to the hands of the Malphite. Things are looking short. They're still even. Oh, there you go. Lee Sin fighting gate on top of Lux, and the fight comes on through once again. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to add on top of that. Kills, good. Me likey. Please give me more.
This is absolutely crazy. This is an absolutely
again
mental early game. They, I mean, you are. If you wanted to play match point safe and just try and,
you know, they did it earlier with the Singe composition. They're doing composition. They're doing it here once again, and the 9CS is the easiest way to get ahead. But in the top side, another way to get ahead is not by doing farming, but just by farming the enemies. Like literally, just picking up kill after kill.
This is a mental game so far. I mean, Ashe, what are you, buddy?
Stop! Stop the farm! Fiora pops the ulti. She does get a little more feeling. That's good. Now down to 2v2. Blitzcrank is going to be joining the fight a little bit too late, but that doesn't matter as they do lose the Kai'Sa still. 1v2, and she's getting some good significant damage. Can she find the frag? The good shield comes in time, but it's going to be done too late regardless. As Malphite now, like, great grab coming on from the Blitzcrank. Under tower, baby. Let's go. You're out of the Drake is going to be on the focus. Fiora and Evelynn going to be a little bit late on the encounter, though. We do see that Malphite here does not have that ultimate available, so that's going to be something off the mark entirely. So because they do not have the Malphite ultimate, I think the die is enough. Oh my god, the flash grab of the Blitzcrank. They do not find the frag, though. They lose a lot of time. Camille going to go for the single out targets. There's one a lot of damage. That's one frag coming their way. Blitzcrank out of commission. Great Lee Sin ultimate. Buying some time for the squad.
Oh, binding, the double binding.
Going to be caught out. Oh no, there you go. The nice CC coming out. And then maybe turning the tides of the fight in favor of Omega Esports. Kai'Sa going extremely low. She will be going out of the fight entirely. Lee Sin running away with his own life unscathed, but unfortunately that fight was well engaged by NXP. But at the end, Omega Esport will take frag, and this Drake is going to be uncontested. No one wants to go for it just yet. It would be a throw indeed. Well, Evelynn is slowly going to be sneaking her way down, and initially by the Vi. Ashe is coming around, but the lack of vision is going to make it hard for NXP to contest it. But now they're going to have the info. Lee Sin going to maybe try and steal it away. Going to get the info. Ready to dash on through to go for the smite a little bit early. Great ultimate. Finds some great time as Camille joins the mix and does steal it away. Great stuff from NXP. The fight are roaring on through. The team joins on through. Also, Camille, great ultimate, picks up the fight. Now the fight continues. Malphite, unfortunately, despite being extremely tanky, will be an extra casualty. The fight is coming on through. They're still up as a 4-man team. Camille just roaring and moving around the map like an absolute insane ninja. But unfortunately, a little bit too far, taking some really big damage, and we'll be able to make it out. I don't know if I can play that short, like, for sure, but we get a shot anyways. But now, even though they're behind it, actually trying to force the Herald and for the Fiora in the bottom side of the lane. But Vi, where are you? We need you, Vi. You're the jungler. Please join up on the fight. You need to do something, my friend. Now Blitzcrank ready to go once again. Disaster's been shown some great stuff. Gets ulted by the Ashe, and Iridator that's going to be smited away by the Vi. They do get the Herald, but now can they win the fight? That is the question. Unfortunately, a little bit too deep for the Camille. She gets eliminated instantaneously. Same thing for the Fiora as she does get taken out. Unfortunately, their split pushers are out of commission entirely. Now, because they're actually winning that fight, it's so back and forth. Now the fight is in their favor. They take the lead, and they're still driving on through. Vi with the flash connects it. And Shelly, what are you doing, my boy? Fiora's out also, and they get the ace with 2 players remaining.
5 team fights so far. So I just don't think Nexplay are kind of playing to their win conditions. They're playing into the Malphite, who has gone full armor, against your composition that is full AD.
Vi's going to be running on through, maybe be able to find a fight with the kill onto the Evelyn. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do so. Malphite's not there, and that's the entire engage potential that they're losing. And because Malphite's not there, that fight is going to be a big L. Omega Esport taking that dub, unfortunately, but not going their way. It's going to be Nexplay taking the dub here.
Ashe has gone for a really interesting build, by the way. Ashe has gone for a Black Cleaver Ashe build. Oh, the Ashe ultimate comes through.
Oh, you get it smited away by the Lee Sin, and now because of that, the flash is not going to happen, my friend. That is why Camille is so strong when it comes to single out targets. Malphite, they're ready to engage. Great ultimate on top, paired up with the Lux ultimate. They get melted one by one, and here is it. Maybe the turnaround fight. Omega Esport looking in a really strong spot. Nice route. Still, they got himself the nice golden... Wait, Lee Sin, but no, Lee Sin does not make it out. Shelly now trying to make his way out of that fight entirely. Will be able to just dash away to safety, but...
They don't actually have that much AD damage. There is an Evelyn, a Lux, and then you have a Malphite who deals primarily AP damage, and then you have a Vi who deals AD damage. But yeah, we'll see. There's a catch onto Blitzcrank.
Yep, he's going to be just getting CC'd up and can't do much. Unfortunately, Blitzcrank, as I said it earlier, he's not really a tank kind of support. He's there to create some good opportunities and engages, but he's going to get melted into smithereens. Though in the bottom side of the map, we're going to have a 1v1 Fiora taking that fight versus the Evelyn. Going to use that ultimate to try and get some nice heal if she can, but unfortunately can't do so. Man, you got the last... Oh, the last crush would be good, but... The kick comes on through. Could have been a frag potential on Trillo if she played it correctly.
Probably, as long as the Malphite is there at the beginning of the team fight, although we have one opening up already.
Oh, that kick on the vibe was really well played, but she's way too tanky. She's going for a full tank item almost. But here you go once again. The Camille going to get the nice X-Tech ultimatum on the vibe, but she's able to escape this time around. The Blitzcrank in the front line is going to have to flash away to safety while Fiora's just split pushing. You want to steal this fight, but Lee Sin, he doesn't give a damn. He's going to go for the engage without the kick, and he's going to proc the D8. Unfortunately, that should be an easy kill too. Kai'Sa in a very similar position as Lee Sin tries to flash to safety. They are stalling so much, but they're just barely making it out alive. And as I said, that they might actually lose. Wait a second. Oh no, that's a trade between the Vi and the Kai'Sa as Blitzcrank is trying to make it back, but during that time, she's hammering down the Nexus. The Nexus, sorry, not the Nexus, the base. The inner tower is going to be dropping down as Chili's able to find it and maybe trying to look for 1v1 versus Deluxe under the Nexus. And man, they tried to stall it.
In the support role, but it's actually Tamelapse playing AP Lux as the primary carry. Long range engage comes through.
Oh, that really scared me. I had to clench my butt cheeks for a second there. That was for sure, but still, unfortunately, they're not able to make it out. And that ultimate misses out. The last caress will not be working out, and now they're losing their main damage dealer, one of their main damage dealers, as they pick also the Vi. And Malphite was just not given the opportunity to create a good engage for the team. And now Baron is available, which seems like that will be the play. And Disaster just waiting on the front line, waiting to hear a grab on an unwilling target. The Ashe is going to be on the front line. You've got to be careful. Can he go for it? He knows exactly who he's focusing, and this Ashe is gone. Back to the fountain you go. Lux in a similar fashion. The Zhonya's going to buy you just a few mere seconds, and that will be the end of the fight. Nexplay, they don't even care about the Baron. The Malphite, who is this? The wave is pushing in the bottom side, and Nexon is crumbling to pieces, and that is indeed how the cookie crumbles. Ladies and gentlemen, game is going to be going in favor of none other than Nexplay, and we might be indeed seeing a game number 7.
Oh my even lane, and also make sure that they are in a strong position for that first track.
Okay, so while we're slowly loading into this game, I'm going to take things back a little bit. We're going to calm down a little bit here. We have 3,000 views on Trevo. We've got to appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for that, by the way. It's absolutely insane. But I want to explain what happens in this scenario if this game is won by Nexplay. That means they're 3-3. It's a BO7. We got match point after that for the final game. Whichever team gets their 4th game win will be taking the series and the $800 US. What happens if we get into game 7? We are going for completely different draft phase, and what it is blind pick. There's no bans. All the characters are back and available for every single player in this game. So that means you can have mirrored comps. You can have double Lulu, double Jinx, double Malphite, double anything. So that's something to keep in mind. If we do go into a game 7, everything is available.
Relatively speaking, I would expect to see the the same comp that came out of Nexplay to begin with, which was the Zed Ari composition. We actually have, it's actually going to be Ken and mid here. It's going to be Ari in the top lane. Are we see? Oh wait, I mean, what is?
And I mean,
Okay.
they're going for the ignite too. They were going for the kill, but unfortunately, yeah, can't connect onto Chili just yet.
No, but Chili is taken down incredibly low. Doesn't have to burn the flash to get out of it, but is obviously taken and forced out of the lane relatively soon. Just trying to stop the back here. Good stuff from Arise. What is the Malphite do? So Malphite top, Jarvan support. Okay, it's Jarvan support for Disaster. Honestly, I could not have predicted this from the outset. Jarvan looks like he's going to be roaming around with the Wukong a little bit, just taking some camps. They are kind of losing the power in the laning phase right now with the Draven, but the Jarvan support doesn't become. Jarvan doesn't become a champion until level 2. So he needs to get level 2 to become a champion at this point in time. He doesn't really have much gank potential. So you can see here the Kennen going to be forced to flash away as the flag coming down in the game. Jarvan isn't really a champion until level 2. He's going to slap him. First blood.
First blood over to NXP. Blitzcrank going to be joining up the mix. Ezreal not really too interested in that one, which is surprising me a little bit. I thought you could get maybe a little bit of a boat, but guy's going to be indeed first blood. Scoundrel going away of NXP in a pretty good spot, and they're already going to be shifting their focus up to the top side. I believe that also level 2 is going to be doing a lot more work. He becomes a champion at level 2. Currently level 3 going to try and contest away this jungle camp. I'm going to try and take it. Unfortunately, Kennen is still there, and Jarvan, why jungle?
All across the map, but they haven't really gained any major advantages. Let's see Akali in the top lane.
Akali going to try and go for the fight, get some nice, significant damage, but he's still got the ultimate. What are you doing? He's still got ulti. Come on, you got
as well. I really do believe that that Smart. Kennen
mid. Yeah, we don't talk about that.
No, we don't talk about. I do think seeing a very heavy roam support meta, and now in onto the Ahri in the mid lane, who is taken down low. Revenge kill for Smart on that Kennen just before the Drake is about to spawn. However, as I said, that Kennen ultimate is really...
Drake here. I mean, she's able to get some good damage, and there's the follow-up of Ezreal, but unfortunately, this is not great. Blitzcrank going to be on the front line, maybe trying to go for a sneaky grab. Unfortunately, he's on the fake monkey, and a fake monkey's not going to be doing anything there for them, unfortunately. And they do catch out of position this Jarvan support, but now Jarvan support is so far behind, it's not going to do anything. Shyvana picks up the Drake, and now he's ready to die, baby. Let's go, Malphite. Ultimate Drake 3-man knockup, but it doesn't matter. The damage is just way too high for the side of Omega Esports, and he's just rolling on through the grab on Malphite to seal his fate. And that's another bunch of kills going the way of Omega Esports.
Toxic and quite difficult to deal with. And yeah, I just feel like you haven't used this Draven because you haven't been in the laning phase. You have a fight around the Rift Herald though, Maxi.
Yeah, Omega Esport going to try and contest it away. Nice ultimate coming on 3. Will be secured away by the Ahri, and now it's time for Kennen to ult it down the CC. The damage is way too much for the side of NXP to deal with, and now they're just moving away. Ezreal going to be diving on through. Nice jump on forward. Does get the charm, but unfortunately he's going to be... Oh, maybe surprised it actually, but I think one more snipe is going to be enough. Barely misses it, and now Monkey's involved. Monkey's strong and picks up one, but now Akali's not happy about that one. The Blitzcrank comes on through anyways. I think there's definitely a little bit of an overstay from this Ahri, but Jarvan ready to follow up on the engage without the ultimate. Maybe they can try and take the fight, but they're just way too spread on the side of Nexplay. They just can't contest that Drake once again. Blitzcrank going for the ult, and even though it's the Malphite, doesn't matter. Kennen on the ulti too. They just get melted. What's an HP bar? I don't know, my friend. As now also Ahri and Draven going to get chased on down. This Akali is just doing so much work. Going to go for the dive, but no Malphite this time around. He might be able to get it. The ignite is there, but Ooze barely survives once again.
Quickly. So she just essentially utilized her fire breath, get that percentage health shred on the drive. We have another fight breaking out though. Holy moly.
Oh, man, Shyvana's diving into that one without the rest of her team. As she gets so much damage, Ezreal tries to ult, but it doesn't connect. Even though Blitzcrank hit that and as a mid, which is basically blocking everyone else with the sort of next play to make it towards that Drake and contest it. And Blitzcrank hits the hook, and that's going to be an instant kill on the Ahri.
Or maybe hoping someone would walk into them and they could go for a quick and easy Baron. I genuinely think that might have been the only play. I mean, Akali's caught out here.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get her in this for a second. She's caught 1v3. If they don't pick that up, I don't know. Oh my god, that damage was disgusting. And she escapes alive. Oh no. But well, during that time, they're going to try and take the Baron. And during that time, also going to have the good old Ezreal.
They may be a little bit out here. Obviously, Wukong in the bot lane has to be a little careful, but they're getting every single lane shoved with this Baron. If they lose every single inhibitor tower, I do not believe there is a way for Nexplay to get back into this. And this will be Omega's championship on the platter, ready for the taking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you really want to experiment in draft on the final game to decide if you win or lose the tournament. That every tower is just getting shoved in. Every lane is getting bullied. The big minions are there with the Baron buff too. This seems like a game, and Wukong knows this is going to be his final opportunity to go for the dive. Akali tries their best to make the fight happen, but they're just essentially going to focus it. Malphite misses his ultimate completely. They're almost diving in a fountain. That's how confident they are, and it doesn't matter. Omega Esports will be your champions, will be your winning team of the Wild Rift Asia Brawl tournament.